I would like to go through for you the details of my platform so you will see where I stand on the issues. First of all, renewed trust in county government. As citizens, we must know our elected officials will take actions based upon what we, the voters, want. A good example is the current County Justice Center. Twice the voters voted no to building this new Justice Center adjacent to I-30. Going around the voters, the Commissioner's Court, led by the current judge, voted to introduce $30 million of tax notes to build the Justice Center adjacent to I-30, just what the voters said they didn't want to happen. We cannot have that. That is not what you will see when I'm judge of this county. We had our county district attorney convicted and sentenced to prison for theft. During all of this scandal that was reported in the Dallas papers as well as our local papers, nothing was ever said by our Commissioner's Court or the judge as to what was happening or why it was happening or what our options were. We must have faith in the decisions made by the court. For example, why are county construction projects that are put out for bid, the lowest bidder happens to be a construction company from our county, and then they are not awarded the bid? Why is that? When I'm elected judge, we will have night Commissioner's Court meetings. It's important that the citizens have the opportunity to see how their county government works and have an opportunity to participate in that county government. I will have monthly town hall meetings to let the citizens tell me of their concerns. I believe it's absolutely essential that the judge knows how the people are feeling, and they must have an opportunity to tell me, and that's why I will do this. In addition to the monthly town hall meetings, there will be written columns written by me, published in the local newspapers, telling you about issues that are happening in the county. As most of you know, I have written for the last 3 years a column called The Military View that's been published in 5 different newspapers, and clearly I have the ability to tell you what is happening. And finally, we must repair our image the county has to the outside world. People must understand that while we are the smallest county in the state, we are well on our way to becoming the proudest county in the state. The second leg of my platform is absolute honesty and integrity of our county officials. We must repair our image as a county. Convicted public officials is not the way we want people to think of or remember Rockwall County. 2, public fights between the Commissioner Court officials and our citizens must stop. A good example of this is the recent exchange that happened between one of the Commissioner Court members and one of our local citizens over a yellow sign that was posted on Goliad. That absolutely did not ever need to get into the newspapers. I will propose and implement a code of ethics that all elected officials in Rockwall County will be asked to sign. I will provide an inspector general function within the county. This will be done without any additional people or money. This function will be a place where the employees and the citizens of the county can go when they have concerns about elected officials. I will also ensure that the county budget is on the internet and that the treasurer and the county auditor will publicly report quarterly on the funds management and the status of our budget. I will encourage our elected officials to meet and speak with community groups about their functions of government. And finally, I will encourage all of our elected officials to have a full open door policy where they are available to you, the citizens, whenever you want to speak with them. The third part of my platform is sound fiscal management of our tax dollars. No new discretionary spending until this economic crisis is over. No sole source contracts for any county project that can reasonably be bid. No more in-runs around our citizens. If the citizens say no to something that I and the Commissioner's Court think is required, then we will work harder to convince you the value of what we are proposing. But until the citizens say yes, we will not implement it. I will vote for no more salary raises on the Commissioners Court until this economic crisis is over. I will implement a rational and logical process for the development of our annual budget. I did this for years, working both for IBM and for MCI. There is a way to do the budget so that it makes sense. There will be no deficit spending if I'm elected judge, and there will be no pulling from the reserves to meet any deficit that we have within the budget. Any new program put in the county will be funded under the budget. There will be no add-ons that will cause an increase in taxes. The final leg of my platform is active involvement of our concerned citizens in the county. Building Better Roads Committee is an example of how concerned citizens can positively impact the county. If you remember, a road bond issue of $100 million was recently passed for new roads here in Rockwall County. The Commissioners Court proposed the road bond for the county. However, a group of concerned citizens lobbied, advertised, talked at meetings, and convinced the voters so that 68% of the voters at the last election voted to have the road bond implemented in Rockwall County. That's the example that we can use going forward. We must find a way for anyone who's interested in government to get involved. You hear all of the political issues about how the parties are looking for new ways to attract people to their party. The very best way to attract people is to get them involved, and we will find ways to do that. And finally, as I said before, there will be night commissioners' courts, so the citizens of the county can come and interact with their government, can be part of the government, and can understand what is going on in the government. As I've said before, one of the things that I have always seen since I've been an adult is that you always hear from the politicians when it comes time for an election. During an election, you will see signs in people's yards, you will see advertisements in the paper, and you will see debates about who is the most qualified politician to be elected to a certain office. However, once the election is over, you don't hear from the politician again for 2 years until the next election. That is not the way I will be. You will hear me, you will see me, and you will have an opportunity to be part of the Rockwall County government. Thank you once again for visiting this website. I hope that you've learned where I stand on issues. I would encourage you to ask the other candidates where they stand on issues and what their platform is. And once again, Hogan for Judge, I ask for your vote and your support. Thank you very much.